Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Kelly. Welcome to Be in the Change. I'm going to get started by reciting my inspiration. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. I like to say welcome to everybody who's watching me for the first time, and welcome back, and thank you to everybody who has seen me before. I stated in 2019 for my New Year's resolution that I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt. And I was doing a weekly video telling you how my breakup was going. And it is now, today is Thanksgiving. Actually, it's the day before. I'm recording it on Thanksgiving Eve. So, I always have to watch my videos the week before to remember what I said, because a lot happens in a week's time. And, breaking up with fear, breaking up with shame, and breaking up with guilt, that has been with me my entire life. And I have carried that for so long. And I thought by announcing my breakup out loud, just because I said it, it was going to go away. And you know what? That's what I want to talk to you guys about today is, thinking things are going to happen way quicker than they actually do. And expecting myself, having these unrealistic expectations set upon myself and other people of how quickly I think I should be able to do something, or you should be able to do something. Now, last week I was talking about anxiety and depression and how I had ants in my pants, but I had to pretend there were no ants. So imagine somebody who had to pretend their entire life that there were no ants in my pants. What that could have done to me. And realizing, stuffing, and not acknowledging my life for a really long time, what the effects of the outcome of that is. And it is me, a 49-year-old woman now, being able to finally talk about it. So it's taken me, I was able to start talking about it out loud when I was 48. And right after my 48th birthday is when I knew that I needed to start talking out loud about the things that have happened to me, and that I was capable of being able to talk about what has happened to me and my part in things and how I participated in things. And it's not easy to do, but pretending that there is no elephant in the room, or elephants, or a circus, it is not healthy. And not only is it not healthy, there's side effects from that. And, even being able to talk, to put words to what has happened, or what you had to pretend didn't happen, or how you had to stuff things so deep that they are down in your pinky toe. But what I can tell you, what my experience was like, was all of these things that I had to stuff down in order to survive, they started to come up and resurface. And there are certain key times in my life when they resurfaced and I wasn't able to deal or handle them, and I had to learn how to suck it back up and push it back down. And you know, I had to keep doing that over and over again until finally one day everything that I pushed down just started to come out, whether I wanted it to or not. And I know today is Thanksgiving, when most of you are going to be watching this. And this is a day that probably a lot of stuff is going to start coming out, or has come out, or you can't notice or not notice anymore. Family time, holidays are big triggers. And, you know, being around family and maybe not being around family this year, it is a huge thing. And maybe some people are being told that they can't be near their family this year, which, if that has happened to you, I'm really sorry. If that's a really hard thing for you, I'm really sorry. In order for me to have survived what I had to survive, I had to distance myself from my family at a really young age in order for my emotional well-being. And I had to not explain myself to relatives. I used to go around to every relative and tell them what happened and why I needed them to believe me, and to the point where I had to get outside help, and I stopped explaining myself to people, because it's not my job. And if anybody in my family really wanted to know what happened and why I wasn't able to be around anymore, that maybe one of them or some of them would come to me and ask me. And I understand that people aren't able to do that. I wasn't able to do that. So expecting other people to be able to do things that I wasn't able to do is something that I'm learning to wait until people are ready. And not everybody's ready at the same time. And, you know, this whole breaking up with fear, breaking up with shame, and breaking up with guilt, this has nothing to do with anybody else but me. And I needed to do this because I have carried this around my entire life, and it's heavy and it's exhausting and it made me sick. And how it came out was first, you know, emotionally and mentally, but when I could not acknowledge that, it started to come out physically in my body. And it started in my 20s with rheumatoid arthritis. And I was able to get through that and push that back down and get a handle on it. And then with neck and back problems, to the point that I've had multiple surgeries on both. And then last year it took an accident for me to like stop and really have to examine my life at a way that I wasn't able to examine it before now. So I know everything happens for a reason. Everything happens exactly when it's supposed to. And that what I resist persists until I'm actually able to deal with it. So I'm wishing all of you a wonderful holiday, however that is spent for you. But what I get to do is I get to spend time with my son and his girlfriend this year, and that is a gift and a blessing. And one thing I've learned about this year, 2020, is to be grateful for what I have instead of looking at everything that I don't, which is very easy for me to do, by the way. But I have way more than any person should ever be able to have. And what that is I have love, I can feel it, and I can give it. And that you can't buy or purchase. And I'm hoping to spread all of that with you guys today and every day. So Stay tuned, stay safe, and thanks for watching. I'll see you all next week.